We are back with the psychic lawyer, Mark Anthony. He's helping veterans who lost comrades in battle to heal, or even parents who've lost children in battle to heal. So take it away.
Well, what I've seen so many times is survivor guilt. You know, so many of you put your lives on the line, and then your friends, your comrades were taken in battle. And I remember a few years ago, my dad was in a parade, a 4th of July parade, and he was with the World War II vets. And afterwards, he was crying. And I said, Dad, all those people were cheering for you. He says, all I could think about was the guys who didn't make it. And still to this day, he feels, you're understanding, and all of you guys understand that, because you know, they were more than just friends. They became like family and brothers. I was doing a reading for a group of, well, not a group, but a gentleman. He came to see me with his girlfriend, and I didn't know he was military. And I heard a loud bang in the messages that were transferred, and then 5 guys came through, and it said something about like an armored vehicle. And he said, I was the unit commander, and our Humvee hit an IED in Iraq, and everyone died but me. And he's been coping with the grief. He's like, I'm the commander. I should have died, not these guys.
You know, like with Lone Wolf, with Marcus Luttrell, he has that same kind of...
But they didn't look at it that way. And spirits, people tend to think spirits are very austere and they came through and they were using some colorful metaphors and they were cracking up and using all, and I can't use the language here on a morning television show. No, I won't. And he goes, yeah, that's them. And I remember seeing a single tear fall down his cheek. He said, thank you. I go, will not allow myself to cry in front of anyone. He got up and walked out, and his girlfriend said, that was amazing. I go, it was. She said, he was Delta Force, and he's Special Forces, and I have not seen him acknowledge or express a tear since then. And she said, you have no idea what you did for him. You know, and I was thinking that I wasn't sure if I'd gotten through to him, and I've heard from them since then. He was releasing, because the message was that even though he didn't die, he wasn't supposed to that day. And this is something that I grapple with a lot in helping people cope with loss, is that, Deborah, there appears to be a day we're coming in and a day we're going out. And what we have a choice in is what we do between those times.
Living your life to the fullest. Before the commercial break, you said you were feeling something over here.
Yeah, I'm feeling, I'm being drawn to this gentleman here, and I'm feeling a sun coming through. And I'm going to see things, hear things, and feel things. And what I'm getting prior to his passing is an agitated state, like almost frenetic energy. I'm getting very, very, very sharp mental clarity, though. I'm not getting like he was under the influence of anything. That's very sharp. And I am tasting, pardon me, I'm tasting a lot of blood. So I'm indicating, the indications from him are that there was a lot of trauma to his body. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. He died in a crash accident. He just lost control. There's no explanation. Healthy, 21-year-old, bright future, and she just lost control and went out 9 miles from the house.
And by losing control, this was strictly an accident. And even though you understand that and he knows that you know that, there's always the doubt that in everyone's mind, and he wants to reassure you that he just lost control. This was not an intentional act. He didn't mean to do this. And cats, what's up with cats? Love them, hate them, cats? He keeps showing me all these cats.
There's some cats in the house, and we used to chase them out.
Okay. The way spirits work with me is when they give me a message of an explanatory advisory nature, and he wants you to know that his death was strictly an accident and not in any way calculated or intended by him. Okay, that's the message and the advice. And of course, as his dad, you'd like to hear that. But when they follow it up with an objectively verifiable fact, and the cats brought up a funny story, a memory about you get cats and you're always chasing them out, that objectively verifiable fact is how he's letting you and I know that we've properly received and interpreted the message. Okay? Now, he's talking about you. Are you getting a lot of acid reflux?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's talking about you and acid reflux, and he's saying lay off the bacon. All right?
Are you a bacon eater?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because Spirit will come through and they'll talk about a lot of your medical conditions and things like that. He's also telling me that you tend to gravitate towards salty foods because it's kind of that's your fix, all right? Which is a lot better than, you know, heroin or, you know. Well, you know, having been a criminal offense lawyer, I'd meet people who put like, you know, Jack Daniels on their cornflakes in the morning. But what he wants you to know is that don't eat yourself to death, all right? And that you need to turn that around. Also, since his passing, even though you are moving forward, and he's telling me, and he just said to me that he knows that you no longer want to die. You're telling yourself that, but in your heart, you're still feeling like, what's the point of my life? And he says that there's so much that you have to teach people, okay? And I don't know what you do, but he keeps referring to you in the role of a teacher and as a guide to so many other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so does it put the microphone up, and does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm an IT person. I work in the medical field. Yeah. I read both of your books. Chapter 13 of this book is awesome. Losing a child is the toughest thing a person can do.
He touched on something I know this could be very personal, but he said that about ending your life. Was there a moment there where you just wanted to end it all?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I always look forward and stuff, and but now I have no fear of dying.
Yeah. All right.
Makes
Just the whole kind of that thing.
Yeah, it wasn't suicidal. It's like, I don't want to go on.
Okay.
I don't want to go on.
Yeah.
And that's not unusual. And I know all the vets can relate to that. There's some days you don't even want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know, and in the journey through grief, sometimes just getting up, brushing your teeth, and putting on your clothes
is a start to your day, right?
It
right?
is.
But yeah,
It
at that point,
is.
you said no fear of dying. I kind of felt that way too when my brother passed away. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to end my life, but if I pass on, I hope he's there to greet me. So there's kind of that curiosity there, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I get it now. All right, we'll be right back with more from Mark Anthony.